Hi girls and guys, I'm back again. You know it's me. Here's my ruler. Okay, here is another 12 by 12 layout. I used gray basil cardstock, and let me tell you exactly. Now, the background paper is Basil's basic paper, and it's called Gray Prismatic. And you know, I have been on a search for just a true gray cardstock with some texture to it for my backgrounds. This I picked up, I think, at 2 peas in a bucket or a cherry on top. And I like the color of this. I wish it was a little bit stiffer, thicker, and more texture. But if you're looking for a true lighter gray colored cardstock, this is the best that I have found to this point in time. I mean, you would think you could find, gray cardstock, but even like when I go to Michael's or Joann Fabrics, I mean, they don't really carry a lot of great cardstock. At least they don't at mine. So most of the time I have to order my cardstock online, and you're looking for a totally true chocolate brown paper, but they've got all these crazy names like chocolate tort or chocolate sundae or chocolate afternoon, and you're like, okay, which chocolate is chocolate brown? You'll see across the top here I used my Unity stamp, pennant stamp, to stamp on acetate, clear acetate paper, which I looked all over. It's not really paper, so forget I said that. Acetate sheets. So I use Stays On black ink to stamp my little pennants on here so it wouldn't smear. And I used my Tim Holtz tiny attacher across the top to put my pennants on. I do not remember what font this is, guys. It is, I think, could it be root beer? I don't know. And I really wanted to remember the font because it's so cute. The Amusement Park 1991, I used Fancy Pants typewriter rub-ons, and I picked those up for $1 at scrapbook.com. The picture is a 5 by 7. You'll see once again I did a little photo editing on the photograph. I used Picasso, and I used the black and white color focus option. And what I did is everything is black and white except the gumball machine, and everything you can see through it. My stepson's head did get a little bit of color on it, but what are you going to do? I'm not a professional. Black cardstock. This little piece of red and white paper is from October Afternoon Sidewalks collection. I put a couple more pennants down here. This little number is a punch out from October Afternoon. I think it's the Sidewalks collection. This little notepad, journal pad, and this little round label is from the Pink Paisley Hometown Summer Doodad collection. This is a stamp, and I believe it's from one of the girls, like Jenny Bolin or someone like that. I splattered some classic calico spray here, which I just made a purchase of my first Mister Huey sprays. That's what that is, Mister Huey by Studio Calico, from Vanessa, who is 77 Butterfly Love. Love is L-U-V, here on YouTube. And I'll tell you what, she had very fair prices, very fair shipping prices, and she's a fast shipper. How's she do it? Like, she's a mommy and a wife and runs a house. And listen, she must have drugged those kids right out the minute I ordered this to the post office, because I think, like, I ordered it on a Sunday afternoon and I had it by Tuesday or Wednesday. So she got it here real quick for me. Thank you, Vanessa, if you're watching. She's, starting up the whole at-home business. She has a lot of products, and like I said, fair price, fast shipping. What more can you ask for? Give her a look-see. And this is my layout. This is actually our kids. My son and my stepkids back in 1991. This seems like 3 years ago, not 30. Anyway, we were at an amusement park named Americana, and it was quite the amusement park when I was growing up. It was called La Swordsville Lake, and it's closed down now, and it's just a ghost town, and it's so sad to see that, because, Kings Island has pretty much put our small amusement parks here in Ohio out of business. And I really miss this, so I had to do a layout with the kids in it. I think the kids get jealous because I only scrapbook the grandkids all the time, so, every now and then I'll throw in a picture of them and a layout. Let me zoom in. I really like how my little banners, pennants, turned out here. And I did have to fussy cut those out, guys. I found the acetate sheets on Simon Says Stamp, if I didn't say that earlier. And this was a pretty simple layout. Here's the picture. Oh, and you see that little, like, scallop at the bottom? I had a chipboard die cut of a scallop, and I just laid it down on the bottom of my paper and traced around it. And you'll notice the only thing with color on this layout is the gumball machines. Easy peasy. Now here's a double page layout, and I used almost all October Afternoon Sarsaparilla collection for this layout. I will tell you the exceptions. This is a double 12 by 24 inch layout, the clouds, the pennants, the two little, all the little die cuts and stickers are from October Afternoon. Urban Cowboy, that is the Thickers Hello collection. I love that collection. If you don't know this already, let me zoom in. The font is like fabric, and it has like outlining. Can you see that? Maybe. How cute. That is one of my all-time favorite Thickers collection. Let me point out things. These three items are from the Sarsaparilla chipboard. These pennants and the stagecoach is from their stickers, Sarsaparilla October Afternoon. I added this little twine across the top to hook together my pennants. This is the Thickers. The background paper here is October Afternoon, Sarsaparilla. You see how I put like little wood boards here? This is from My Mind's Eye, Miss Caroline collection, and I just cut the wood planks apart and made them kind of wonky, and then went around the edge of them with my big giant Sharpie marker. It just makes it look better finished. You see this red paper in the background here is Tim Holtz Coordinations, and I picked that up from Joanne.com. This little cartoon is from the Sarsaparilla collection. These pictures were like those pictures that you get taken of your kids. I don't even know if they do it anymore. Of your kid outside the grocery store or the library years ago. These pictures are from 1985, and it's my son. He was like 2 years old. And this little tag over here is from my Mind's Eye Miss Caroline collection. More thickers, and I just kind of folded this up to give it a little 3D feeling to it, and I think that describes everything. I really liked this layout. I have been wanting to do something like this for ages. The idea or the concept came from Nicole McGorrick, who used to be a garden girl for 2Ps. I just love her style. And her and Shamel Lane, oh, just love those girls. Well, I love all the garden girls. They do such great work. So anyway, Nicole McGorrick had done something like this where she did a little scene at the top of her page. And I thought that was so cute, and I've never found the right layout, the right pictures, the right products to do this. So I really like this whole cowboy scene. Let me zoom in. And that's 4x6 photos, but I did take about a ½ inch off of each side. And there you go. I hope you like it. Now, you know what? Let's try to get one more layout on this. This is yet another 12x12 inch layout, and this is the kids at Americana. It's the same day as before. This is a 5x7 photo on cardstock paper. This is Whirlwind cardstock paper, and I like it. You'll see I put a piece of orange paper across the top here, and guys, this came from, I think, Mod Retro Stack by Die Cuts with a View. I used it for that stripe across the top and for the butterflies. I took my white acrylic paint, you know, any kind. Mine was $1 at Joanne, and I just took the end of my paintbrush and dipped it into my paint, and then dipped it on here and made little polka dots. These clouds are from Diana, who does the wood veneers on Facebook. This little birdie here and there is Studio Calico wood veneers. This little heart is also from Diana, the wood veneer lady. This little tag is Prima. This little tag in back, I think, is L Studios. This little cassette tape is from October Afternoon, and I believe it is 9 to 5. This wood clock is Prima. The envelope is Martha Stewart. The polka dots were already on there. This little black button is Prima. The stickers are from, For the Record, Echo Park, the sticker sheet. This frame I painted with acrylic paint is Maya Road. This little thing here is Amy Tangerine sketchbook doodle things. Oh, and this is also from Maya Road. I painted it. And this is those little wood banners from Prima, and they come mixed in with the tickets. Usually for about $3.99 to $4.99. My photograph, I matted it on white cardstock, because at first I just laid the photo on this and it just got lost in the paper, so I went on and matted the picture. Let me zoom in. My little wood banner says, "Time flies," and it surely does. I use glossy accents to glue everything down. Oh, and look at the kids. They were beasts back in those days. They tried to kill us more than once. I can't believe, that they're parents now. And, their kids are about this age. I got one more double page layout to cram in here, guys. Let's see if we can do it. And as usual, I'm back to scrapbooking about the grandsons again. This is a double page layout. The crazy, brilliant blue background is from a paper stack by Die Cuts with a View. I don't buy them anymore, but that's what I used to buy for my cardstock, and I'm just trying to use that paper up. Although, I'll tell you, the only reason I don't use Die Cuts with a View, or I should say the only reason I don't prefer the solid cardstock papers from Die Cuts with a View as my background, is because you can't get like 6 pieces of black or 4 pieces of blue. You have to buy them in the stacks, and they usually only have 2 pieces of the same color. I wish they had 4, because if you do a double page layout, that kind of wipes you out of that color. So anyway, Die Cuts with a View doesn't have a bad cardstock. And this, I think, came from Die Cuts with a View, the Bright collection. This looks like kids' handwriting paper from like kindergarten and first grade. And I cut this from the Die Cuts with a View Mod Retro stack. Yes, Mod Retro stack. And it was a circle, and it had like orange around it. So I just cut the circle out and put it, cut it in half and put it on top here. The circle does not go all the way down here. I cut that part off to save it for later. These little emblems, icons of, road stuff come from a Hambly overlay, and I think it's called Transportation. But I bought that like well over a year ago. Finally glad to use it. But finding it, guys, may be difficult. And let's see. The letters up here, this alphabet comes from For the Record by Echo Park, the cardstock stickers. This is the doll collection from Thickers. And this also comes from For the Record by Echo Park. This yellow paper behind here is also, well, you know what? It's either from Mod Retro Stack or Stripes, Plaids, and Dots, or whatever from Die Cuts with a View. And let's see, these little cardstock signs, and these are from the Mod Retro stack. And you'll see I named it Logue and Nate's Road Trip, their travelogue, June of 2012. And this is the grandsons at Kings Island this year. And look, they just look so thrilled to be on this ride. I mean, when I was a kid and I got to drive little cars, I was happy and yelling and smiling, but, well, They look a bit bothered. Anyway, you'll see right here is Logan on the left, Nate on the right, and the journaling at the bottom says 1:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Logan dreads long ride ahead. Then we go to this one, and it says 1:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Did that guy just hop 4 lanes of traffic? And I did these little journaling pieces based on what the kids were doing. See how they just kind of look like, oh brother, fun, fun. And then this one, if you could see their faces, that journaling or travel log entry reads 1:07 p.m. EST. Nate says, "Dang, Log, I smell your lunch onions." Because you can kind of see like Logan smelling his hand or got his hand up against his mouth, and Nate has his eyes rolled in the back of his head. And then down here, this is my favorite picture. 1:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2 younger chicks seem to be following the boys. Let's get in on this. Again, Nate's face just cracks me up, and Logan's turned around, and it looks like these little girls are flirting with them. Let me zoom in, guys. Go get you a juice, honey. Did Dad give you your medicine?
Well, there's no more in it.
Oh, well, we gotta go get some. He's got a little cough. And here's all these. It's a acetate low overlay, and either I put them in with glue where you couldn't see it, or I stapled them on. They were very cute, but when I bought them, for some reason, I thought they were stickers. This was a fun layout to make. Okay, let's hurry through here. And guys, I gotta go run and take care of his cough. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, just ask. Bye-bye.